He has caught, more authentically than any filmmaker before, the chaos and carnage of a frontline battle. The opening action, which lasts an alarming 35 minutes, is little else but chaos and carnage choreographed, filmed and edited with extraordinary sophistication, which chefs the reality of being under fire and shot to ribbons right in your face. If the purpose is to show us what it is like to be on the landing craft in Omaha Beach, then Spielberg has achieved it with distinction.
Great.
So far, no notes.
So far, so good. Yeah.
If only it were that simple.
It is. It is that simple. It is, but go ahead.
For a full-length feature film, we need something more than just the ultra-real recreation of authentic violence.
It is. There's way more. There's an entire story with multiple characters that you get to know. Everybody at some point has a monologue. There's characters who die. They're searching for. It's not just the Normandy invasion for.
I think, like, for me, for my money, it is the ultimate cold open. It really doesn't have it sets the scene without having a ton to do with what the actual plot's about. It establishes Tom Hanks as a character, or what's his name? The captain as a character.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the name. It establishes the captain as a character and his ability to control his men. It establishes the characters you need to know, or at least enough of them to get a grasp. It's the best cold open a movie can have,
right,
while also you're sitting there going, holy shit, what the fuck am I about to watch?
But also, as soon as Tom Sizemore puts the dirt into the little can for each place that he's been, it becomes a personal story. It does shift into who are these people.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, so you going like, it's too bad that's all this movie is. It isn't. It isn't that at all.
If only it were that simple. For a full-length feature film, we need something more than just the ultra-real recreation of authentic violence. Indeed, having achieved that, the responsible filmmaker must surely justify his decision with equal commitment.
Oh, man. Oh, man. You're saying that Spielberg was irresponsible in this movie for not taking advantage of the fact that he nailed the realism. I would argue that he did the perfect marriage of, like, let me show you what I can do to show you the realism. Now let's bring the characters into it. Now let's combine the characters with the realism. Now let's tell a very simple story about a band of brothers together trying to find this one soldier. It's doing it. It is absolutely achieving the thing that this person is saying that it didn't do.
Yeah, 100%. He's just wrong here.
Yeah.
And thus it is that we must follow Captain John Miller, Tom Hanks, and his hand-picked squad on a mission to rescue the brother whose 3 siblings have all been killed in action. He goes into a very short description of the narrative, which we will not. It's about a paragraph long, summarizing the events. He goes, "That's the plot in a nutshell. And within that narrative, which is necessarily episodic, there is ample opportunity to develop arguments and themes about men in combat, few of which Spielberg takes up."
What? What?
Yeah. No, he doesn't do that. Do you remember the movie where in the points where it makes you reflect on, like, yeah, no.
Okay, let's just rattle them off because there's, oh my God. I mean, like, just off the top of my head, there's the character who's the bookworm, who's not, really all about war, and is forced into a situation where he has to man up and take it. And,
I love
take
that
up
character,
arms.
by the
Love
way.
him.
He's one of my favorite. Like,
and what an arc!
Yeah, yeah.
What an incredible arc!
Such a great character for this movie. Like, the perfect lens for us as non-combatants to understand what these guys are going through.
Yeah,
what a great character.
There's Ryan, who instinctively says, "I'm not leaving my men. This is crazy that you would expect me to do this." Then finds out that multiple men have died to get him, get to him, and he's got to deal with that. I mean, like, what?
Yeah, there's a lot there. There's there's a scene where Sizemore is just like, fuck this, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't care that I am disobeying no, sorry, it's not Tom Sizemore, it's someone else. Tom Sizemore backs up Tom Hanks, but
yeah, it's the Byrne character who's like, like I'm gonna get the fuck out of
they
here.
basically mutiny. They full on mutiny.
Yeah.
And they say you're disobeying a direct order, and he goes, "Fuck you!" And and he fights Sizemore. That's how I remember. Yeah, but yeah, like I said at the very top of the episode, Giovanni Ribisi's death scene in this is gut wrenching and brutal.
Gut-wrenching.
And with each character dying, this movie really, it's 3 hours long. It takes its time. It breathes in each passing character and lets you see how it affects each member of the squad individually. To say that there's no examination about the themes of men in combat is like,
I mean, but look, take something as simple as the scene when they all pull up a chair and pull up a table and start going through the dog tags looking for Ryan, and they're like joking and laughing through it, and then they realize that they're doing that while other people are walking by, other soldiers are walking by, and how inappropriate that is. Like, even a scene as small as that is calling to attention, themes of war, and like even the smallest narrative moments have meat on them bones. Like, what are you talking about?
And it's also that's such a powerful scene of them poring over the dog tags, and even Tom Hanks, who is kind of coded as like virtuous and honest, he's sitting there throwing dog tags out too. Like, it's just
Laughing along with it a little bit.
Yeah, enjoying that scene, and he realizes like, fuck, I was just a part of that too. It's top. There's so much there, and I think that's a great element of like the three-dimensionality that they brought to a lot of these characters, that like even the guy who we understand to be like trying to do the right thing doesn't do the right thing in every given moment, like because he's a human being, and he messed that. He wasn't thinking and fucked that up. So that kind of just zoom.
I like how, like, not only is this not funny because we're talking about World War II, the reviewer is just like wrong. He's not even like colorfully wrong. He's just like, there was nothing there.